an 11% dividend yield, a price to earnings ratio of roughly 5, and a big PP Energy CEO who looks like that one actor I can't quite name. Those trades belong to this company, the United Wholesale Mortgage Corporation. And since roughly 50 of you certified Giga Chats responded so enthusiastically on my community post, thank you for that by the way, we're doing a deep analysis video on this, in my opinion, amazing company. 3 parts. First, a company overview. Second, I'll yeet my financial analysis your way. And third, I'll bless you with my opinions. Now let's get right into it. A company overview. The United Wholesale Mortgage Corporation is a wholesale mortgage lender. I know, big shocker. In fact, UWMC is the largest wholesale mortgage lender in the US with a 31% market share, and this is a pretty big flex. The company is the second largest residential mortgage lender in the US. Most of you probably do know what a wholesale mortgage lender does, but some of you guys might be just as clueless as I was when I first stumbled upon this company, so here is my quick explanation. With these wholesale mortgage lenders, there is a middleman, a broker, which is responsible for the loan origination. They're the ones getting in contact with the house buyers, and then they push the loan through towards UWMC and the broker gets a small commission. UWMC is the party that funds the mortgage initially, so UWMC is the one who gives the money to the customer. But UWMC isn't a bank. The company doesn't want to hold these mortgages indefinitely. They just want to get a good commission. So what do? Well, they push the loan towards a third party like a bank, credit union, whatever. So the entire loop is customer to broker, broker to UWMC, UWMC to bank. And that process sounds way less efficient than a normal direct to bank mortgage thingy. I know, but in practice, getting your mortgage from a wholesale mortgage lender is significantly more efficient. UWMC closes a mortgage on average in just 19 days, while the industry closes their deals on average in 43 days. So because UWMC uses a middleman, the broker, these mortgages can close significantly faster than their competition. Moreover, this 19-day number has only decreased further since 2021. And besides being just significantly quicker, the company is also significantly cheaper in cost compared to the competition. And that combination is a serious competitive advantage right there. All that is to say, this combination of being significantly cheaper and being significantly quicker makes me hella excited. However, rising interest rate environments like the one we're in now are normally really bad for mortgage lenders. But big PP Energy UWMC is actually excited for high interest rates. Why? Well, 3 reasons. First, thanks to their loyal customer base, they will still be able to excel in purchase originations, meaning the company will still sell mortgages at a rapid rate even if the market takes a deep dive. 2, they are confident they can remain profitable even if there is more competition for fewer loans. And number 3, because UWMC is confident rising interest rates allows the company to actually grow in market share percentage-wise, which is a really big deal. The CEO, Matt Ishbia, gave a really good analogy. Right now, the company is competing for 2 out of every 10 mortgages. In part thanks to rising interest rates, the CEO hopes to compete for every 4 out of every 10 mortgages soon. Like a couple of years from now soon. That would mean that the company would be competing for a significantly larger chunk of the mortgage pie, which is pretty cool in and on itself. But add this, the company is also pretty confident they'll become even more dominant in the wholesale segment too. Why? Well, it's game on, baby. This is UWMC's big PP Energy strategy where they undercut everyone on pricing. Everyone, including other wholesale lenders too. Key to the strategy is the dropping of rates across the board by 50 to 100 basis points with its game on pricing. 0.5 to 1%, that is a significant undercut. Hence the company hopes to grow its market share rapidly. So UWMC hopes to grow explosively in the wholesale segment, but also just in the entire mortgage market through game on. And that was my pretty long explanation of the entire company. In short, the company sells mortgages using third-party brokers, fancy technology, and an aggressive pricing scheme. And from a competitive standpoint, the company seems to be really strong. But do these strengths also shine through in the financial analysis? Rapid fire financial analysis, let's go. On the 13th of June, the company had $1 billion in cash, about 5.3 billion in mortgage loans at fair value, and $3.7 billion in MSR or mortgage service rights. We do like these numbers, especially the cash position is very nice. All of the company's assets combined came in at $11 billion, while the liabilities were just $8 billion. Meaning shareholders actually have equity at about $3 billion. As a reference, that means the company is roughly trading at a price to book ratio of 1.8. So the company on the stock exchange is worth roughly 1.8 times their book value. Do with that what you will. And revenues are actually up year over year, so even in a rising interest rate environment, the company is growing. At least during Q2 2022. The company is actually profitable, which is very nice. And the last trailing 12-month EPS equals to $0.72 per share, meaning the company is trading at roughly a P ratio of 5, which is just insane to say. However, that EPS figure will probably be suppressed going forward, especially thanks to that game on strategy. It might even dip into the negative territory for a couple of quarters, so do keep that in mind. And now the most important figure for this investment, that sweet and juicy dividend yield. 10 cents per quarter ever since the company went public back in early 2021. 10 cents per quarter equals 40 cents per year. And at the current share price of roughly $3.5, that's a freaking 11% dividend yield. And regarding the safety of this divvy yield, well, the CEO has reiterated in all of the recent quarterly updates that he is confident in this dividend remaining stable going forward. Besides, the financials of the company are more than healthy enough to support this level of shareholders' returns. All that is to say, to me, this divvy is secure. And those were the financials really. Quick, concise, and hopefully easy enough to follow. Now there's just one more thing we should discuss. My opinions. Honestly, that 11% divvy is the main reason why I am interested in the company. I freaking love the idea of earning a market-beating return, 11% per year, just from that sweet divvy coming in on a quarterly basis. And who knows, maybe in a couple of years that dividend will even be increased, which would be a cherry on top. But dividends aren't the only reason why this company is interesting. After all, the company is trading at a P ratio of roughly 5. Apparently, the market doesn't seem to like the company right now, which happens. The markets and I hardly ever agree on the true value of a company. But since I like the company from a competitive perspective, from a financial perspective, and especially from a dividend perspective, I do love buying the company on the cheap. And this is a pretty big addition. Thanks to the company trading at a P ratio of roughly 5, there might also be room for capital appreciation too. Those are just some fancy words for the stock price doing brrr, aside from getting that handsome dividend. From the current valuation, the company could easily double or even triple on the short to medium term, especially if the company proves itself capable during the next couple of quarters of game on. So that is the potential, 2 to 3x returns in just a few years, with a handsome dividend yield during the meantime. I am personally a buyer of UWMC at current prices up to about $4 to $4.50 per share. Above that, I would much rather invest in some of my other opportunities like Academy, Sports and Outdoors. One of my other favorite stocks to buy now. My analysis video can be found in the top right corner. And that's all from my side today. If you have any suggestions for future video topics, please do let me know down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Peace.